Lakers are taking on the Brooklyn Nets tonight in Brooklyn as they look to get back in the winning column after they lost to the Boston Celtics on Saturday night. I know a lot of people are concerned with the injuries and how is that going to look going forward with the Lakers, and we'll discuss that. But before I do, I want to remind you guys that Lakers Talk Daily is presented by Pechanga Resort Casino. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, the official Native American resort and casino of the Los Angeles Lakers. Skip the traffic. Head on over to Pechanga Resort Casino just off the I-15 in Temecula. Visit pechanga.com or call 888-PECHANGA for reservations and for more information. That game against the Boston Celtics, it started off hot. Lakers were out there moving. The energy was there. They were flying around, getting after it in transition, and that's what we love to see. That game against the Boston Celtics could be a potential NBA Finals matchup. And how the atmosphere was in there and how the energy and the intensity was in that game, it was a great thing to see. Obviously, that first half, the Lakers played well. They played well enough to compete with the Boston Celtics. The Celtics are a good team, and we understand the history between the Lakers versus Celtics, the historic rivalry. But the Celtics are a good team. They're coming off of an NBA championship, and it's the same team from that championship team. So when you go into a game like that, you have no room for error against certain other teams. The Lakers had room for error, and they were able to make up for that, like a game against the New York Knicks or a game against, the Utah Jazz. Like, you have room for error. A game against the Boston Celtics, you have no room for that, meaning turnovers will kill you. Not getting back in transition defense will kill you. And the Celtics made the Lakers pay. Lakers went into halftime only down 4 points. Luka Dončić throughout that whole game, he was hobbled up. He was already dealing with a little bit of back soreness, and it was showing. That was showing throughout the game. But that didn't stop him from going out there and at least competing and trying to move the ball around, and he was scoring. But then you go into that second half, and you started that third quarter, and the Celtics went on and they jumped on the Lakers. And it got to the point where people were reaching out to me saying, oh, this game is over. We might as well wrap it up. Put in the bench. It's time for the Lakers to look forward to the next game, meaning the game tonight against the Brooklyn Nets. And then what do? They show fight. They show resilience. They showed heart. Cutting that lead into 4 in that fourth quarter with LeBron James going out with a groin injury, which we will discuss all the Lakers injuries. But cutting that lead down to 4 without LeBron James in the lineup. You're already without Rui Hachimura and you're without Jackson Hayes. The Lakers showed energy and they showed fight. And this is a time where we have to turn the page, and it's going to be time for this team to rally around Luka Dončić. That's why you go out and you trade for a superstar like Luka Dončić, just in case something like this was going to happen, whether it's injuries or whether guys have to miss in the rotation or whatever the case is. This is what you get. You go get a guy like Luka Dončić that you can rally this team around, and the energy level should not drop. I get it. With LeBron James, especially how he's been playing this season, he has also picked it up defensively, and it's a great thing what LeBron James has been doing. And where the Lakers are at in that second seed, it's a remarkable turnaround from what it is to last year to this year. So, obviously, there is going to be concerns with LeBron James being out 1 to 2 weeks with that groin injury, and especially with this stretch. They got Brooklyn tonight, which the Lakers should win, a game that they should win that they can't afford to lose if they want to try to stay in between the 2 and 5 range. And then they got the Milwaukee Bucks, the Denver Nuggets, and you got the Phoenix Suns. Like, that is a tough stretch, and they're going to have to rally around Luka Dončić, and this is time where we see what Luka Dončić is capable of, with him being the go-to guy. Even though he was the go-to guy with LeBron James in the lineup, now it's time for Luka Dončić to step up even more on both ends of the floor. Offensively, we know what his talent level is. We know what he can do as far as moving the ball around, being able to rebound, being able to score at all 3 levels. But he's going to have to pick it up a lot defensively because Dorian Finney-Smith has also been out as well. So we can't afford for Luka Dončić to be getting blown by and miss a defensive assignment. And Austin Reeves is going to have to step up as well. This is going to be a team-structured basketball with this stretch with LeBron James not in the lineup. Luka Dončić is going to have to do everything And not in a sense where we're exerting all of his energy, because Lakers are capable of, they have guys who can step in and night out basis. And that's what the beauty of this team is, that they have guys that can compete and help out in a certain role. And they stick to the role and they know what they're doing. And JJ Redick will put these guys in the right spots, offensively and defensively. But this is what we're going to see. We're going to get the real test of what Luka Dončić can do and see the real face of Luka Dončić as a Laker in this franchise. I want to discuss a little bit more, especially the injuries going in, because I got a couple of tweets that were tweeted at me over the weekend. But before I do, I want to let my partners at Pechanga give you guys a quick word.
At Pechanga Resort Casino, you can rock and roll, sip and slide, twist and shout. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, official Indian gaming sponsor of the Lakers.
So as I mentioned, the Lakers got their injury bug right now. They got a couple guys who are out in the lineup. Obviously, LeBron James is out 1 to 2 weeks, that as it was reported, with the groin injury. Rui Hachimura still lives out. Jackson Hayes has also been downgraded out for tonight's game. Don't know how much time he's going to miss. And also DFS, Dorian Finney-Smith, is going to be out as well. And I know what the Lakers have done. Obviously going on winning 8 straight. They lose that game against the Boston Celtics, which is okay, because we show where the Lakers are at and how they can build off a loss like that, because the Lakers are going to be ready when come playoff time. But I put a tweet out and said, this is the part of the season when being healthy matters. I'm not worried about this team's ability to compete against legit contenders. However, I'm real concerned about these injuries. And I am concerned, but not to the extent where I feel like the Lakers will fall off deeply. These are games that the Lakers will see how they are without LeBron James in the lineup, which is okay and it's understandable, because we get to see the beauty of Luka Dončić and what he can do and the work he can provide with this Lakers team, being the one to carry this team. However, it's concerns of injury is how long and how serious these injuries are. That groin injury, LeBron James, isn't going to be healthy enough come 2 weeks, 3 weeks from now. Rui Hachimura, we know that knee injury he left with. How serious is that going to be? These are going to be lingering injuries, and I just hope and wish that they attend to this injury in a real timely manner. Don't rush too quick. There's no need to come back too early or too quick, because the Lakers set themselves up in a perfect position. If they were to lose games, in this stretch, it is okay. It is okay. Win the games that you're supposed to win, but the games against like the Bucks and the Nuggets, if you lose those games, okay. But it's not going to hurt this team, because they are already set up for success for the rest of the season. I had shout out to Ray Broom Broom. This is what he tweeted at me. Going from 2nd to 7th is what is waiting for us next week. And when I hear stuff like that, it's like, why are we getting so negative just because LeBron James went out? That's why you got a guy like Luka Dončić to be able to carry the load with his team. There's no need to panic. There's no need to hit the panic button. Luka Dončić can do it. This team's got to rally around Luka Dončić, and it's going to show. And this is what we want. We want to see what we can do with Luka Dončić being the face of this team. So there's no need to be so concerned or so worried about how this team is going to be built or structured with LeBron James out the lineup. And G-Rod tweets at me, says, even if the Lakers win 6-6, which is more than 2 weeks, we'd still hover around the 4th and 5th seed. Golden State Warriors and Minnesota Timberwolves are making up 5 to 6 games back in that span. Time for Luka to find his. And he is going to find his. He is going to find his. We understand that he's been in the shooting slump, but let's not let that dictate what he has been able to do all around. He's been rebounding really well. He's been passing the ball really well. He's been flirting around with a triple-double ever since his presence has been on with this Los Angeles Lakers team. What the real concern is, we're not worried about Luka Dončić offensively. We're more worried about him defensively, because LeBron James has stepped it up defensively. And guys like Rui Hachimura has been a key part defensively, being able to match up with bigs like Nikola Jokic or bigs like Rudy Gobert. Whatever the case is, he's able to provide that. And then what's going to be hurting this Lakers team without DFS. But this team is deeper come last year and the year before that. This team has great role players and guys who will stick to their role. But there's no need to hit the panic button. If the Lakers were to fall to the 4th, 5th seed, that is success for the Lakers. Because remember, this is not only for now, but this is also for the future. If the Lakers win this if the Lakers are able to compete for a championship now, just think what they can do in the future. But what I'm trying to get at is, Laker fans, there's no need to hit the panic button at all. There's no need to worry. Everything's going to be okay. This stretch is going to be a real test of how we can rally around Luka Dončić. But I'm excited to see how much he can step up and how much is he willing to provide with this Lakers team. But as always, appreciate you guys tuning in. Peace.